I'm that Cyclops guy. I'm pretty sure you can figure out why they call me that. Or not. You can find me on all of the socials, including Twitch, Kick, TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, and YouTube with that_Cyclops_guy. I'm a variety streamer. I play a ton of different games, everything from Tetris to Grand Theft Auto and everything in between.
Let's do this. Hey everyone, KoimiaX here. Dad by day, gamer by night, sometimes streamer, aka old man. I give the hot takes here at Garbage In, Garbage Out that nobody has asked for. I am a variety streamer that has been streaming for 13 years now. I've been on every big platform and several small ones that don't exist anymore. If you want the most recent up-to-date information about me, just follow me on Twitter at KoimiaX. I like to collect autographed Funko Pops, football jerseys, and comics.
What's up, losers? Neodeath here, and welcome to my graveyard. I'm the third host of Garbage In, Garbage Out. I stream on Twitch and then repost daily on YouTube, so go check those out. Fun little fact about me is I also love Lego. We've been having a blast doing this, communicating with fans, and also talking about gaming and entertainment news from the week.
And we would like to welcome you
to
Garbage In, Garbage Out.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, hello.
We're recording this one, and it seems a little late. I'm kind of tired today.
Yeah. But this is a show that needs to be done.
Oh, very much so.
Yes.
So
This is a different show than what we normally put out. We're here to help and get information out as best we can. So hopefully we can do both of those. We do have some special guests, two people we've had before. We've got Borg Queen and
Debbie Luna.
Debbie
Luna. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, we're recording much later than we normally do.
So I think before we bring them on, we should discuss what the show's about. I kind of came up with this idea after seeing a post that Debbie had done on X. This is going to be a show that may trigger some people because it's going to be discussions about rape and assault and, what we can do to hopefully stop this shit that's been happening way too often at, conventions lately. You hear about it more and more, DreamHack, TwitchCon, even Comic Cons and things like that. You hear about the cosplayers that get, assaulted. And so Debbie had posted about her experience on X, and I reached out to you guys to see if we should have her on, if she'd be willing to talk about it. And thankfully, and I appreciate the fact that she is willing to talk about that. And I appreciate Borg Queen being here as well to offer insights and things like that.
Very much so. And yeah, this one thing I just want to say to anybody out there, cosplay is not consent. Cosplay is supposed to be just fun. It doesn't mean run up there and start grabbing.
No.
Right.
If they say you can, then cool. That's all.
Right.
Well and good.
Always ask, especially even pictures. Always ask them, hey, can I get a picture?
Yep. Yeah. So I think without further ado, we can bring them on. But this is going to be a very serious show.
Yes. Yep. And welcome, Borg Queen and Debbie. How's it going?
Hello.
Yeah, thank you both for coming on here. And Debbie, I want to just say before we get started, thank you very much for agreeing to share your story. And it's great that you're willing to talk openly about this. There's so many that just keep it quiet and don't ever want to say anything, brush it under the rug. And that's why I think it becomes such a accepted thing. There needs to be more conversation.
Yeah.
And since this is pre-recorded, if you need to take a break or anything, we can definitely do that.
Absolutely. Okay.
So.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think Cyclops has a pre-made list of questions.
Well, how about we just start it out with what happened?
Yeah, we can do that.
take us back to the day, like kind of what was transpiring beforehand and what led up to this.
Where it happened, all kind, as much detail as you feel comfortable with sharing.
Okay. It was Halloween night in 2025. It literally was. That's when DreamHack happened in 2025. It was supposed to be for 3 days, but for me it was 1.
Yeah.
I went to like the actual convention stuff, and then I was gonna stay with streamer friends of mine in an Airbnb. So after, like, I went to the convention first. I didn't go to the Airbnb first because I was late coming in. So I did all that, and then it was later in the evening. Like, I think it was past dinner time, like 8 maybe. I don't even remember what time it was exactly, but the only people that were there was like one of my friends, and then it was like a friend of a friend, and that was who did it. My friend was not like, he left, so there was nobody there but me and this dude.
So some dude you don't know from the hole in the ground.
Yeah.
And you're left alone with him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, I had like briefly met him at the convention, and we had like a Discord group chat for all the people that were staying at the Airbnb, because in total there was like 5, I think, including myself. So, you know, we just, like, for coordinating purposes, did that, like a group chat, and so like I knew them from that for a couple of weeks, but like nothing crazy. Like, I don't know the guy just from talking about, you know, plans for where I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And this friend of yours, the one that left, I'm hoping you are no longer friends, or like, does this friend support you, or?
So what actually happened was they didn't know because they weren't there.
Right.
Like, you know, and it's not someone, like, they're not friends, like childhood friends or something. They're just like, they met, like, the dude was a Twitch streamer, and then the rest of us were Kick streamers.
So, like, that's the problem right there.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. Yeah.
Sorry, just trying to make a light joke.
Right. No, I love it. I actually thought about doing that, but I was like, nah, I can't be witty right now. But
those damn Twitch streamers, I tell you.
I know, right?
If humor is the way that you cope with this, that's how I cope with a lot of things too.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
Right.
Sarcastic and dark humor is definitely a thing, and it's a way to cope with stuff. So
yeah. But I told one of, like, the friend that was there briefly and then left. I told him, and then I told one of the other people there, because there was, like, out of all of us, there was me and the 2 others that were friends, and then there was 2 others that I didn't know. So my other friend I told as well, and like he was like telling me that he would like help me financially with, like, at least partially, for like a hotel room and all that, because I was supposed to stay with them.
Right.
But I couldn't, obviously.
Right.
So,
right.
And it never happened. I spent a lot of money that weekend driving around. The police department that was like associated with the hospital I presented to was not in the same jurisdiction as like where it happened.
Of course.
Yeah, it was not a mess, but it was a mess because I've never been through anything like that before, so you know what I mean. Thank God, but it's just like I don't have experience running around police departments either. So
and I'm sure you weren't in the right frame of mind either.
No, I
after
was
all
not.
of this, so.
Right,
and I was alone.
You didn't have support. Yeah, it's not like family or friends to turn to. So.
Yeah, but I have like some virtual friends that stayed on the phone with me for 3 days straight until I got home. So this happened like Friday night, like late, like 10 or something. So then, I went to the hospital and did all of that, like the triage stuff, and then they take you to I don't remember the name of the room, but it's like a room like for sexual assault or otherwise like domestic things where they can talk to you and treat you as well if needed. And the police have like different doors where they can come in and out from like their section of the hospital. So like there's special rooms, which I did not know, that are like specific for this kind of thing.
Yeah. I imagine that's for privacy's sake, so they're not doing this stuff, in an ER or in a regular room where people can walk by and hear.
There's somebody on another curtain, like on the other side of a curtain, with like a broken arm.
Sound machines and different things to where you can speak openly and won't be heard and seen by.
Exactly, because it was like an actual room with like doors, not just like one sliding door and a bunch of curtains with 3 beds in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense, because if they want the police to talk to you, they want you to feel safe and open.
Comfortable. Right.
It has to be confidential as well. So the police like took like notes. They didn't really do like a statement at that time because it wasn't the right jurisdiction, but they, wanted me to walk through the whole thing. And then they called like the appropriate police department, and I wasn't supposed to see them until the next day. So this was like probably midnight at this point. And I'm just like, okay, let me just hang out in Atlanta forever. Like, that's great. So from Friday night, I was there until 2 a.m. Monday morning is when I started driving home.
Oh my
That's how long everything. Yeah, it's not that like I'm like, oh, it took forever, but it was just like so grueling. Like
a long trip felt even longer, probably.
Draining and
it's like you pay for like a convention ticket for 3 days, but instead you're driving around dealing with shit while they get to enjoy all that.
Right.
It was so frustrating. Like, not that obviously, but everything. It took so long because it was like, so first they had to switch the jurisdiction. So then the new police department had to get everything from the first one, which was only a hospital thing. So I guess they're slow. I don't know. And then from there, I went to another one. And then they told me, oh, by the way, no, we're not the right place. You got to go to SVU. That's where I ended up Sunday night before I, drove home, because SVU was like the last thing. I'm like, hello?
So why didn't they do this in the beginning? Yeah.
Right.
If I'm calling the triage nurse, I was sexually assaulted. Why am I not being directed to the SVU? Like, I don't know I'm not like any sort of knowledgeable, but it seemed like by the end, I was like, well, that makes sense. Why didn't you just tell me to go there in the first place?
Yeah.
I'm like, I know Atlanta's roads like the back of my hand now. Like,
right.
Downtown. Like, that's where the convention is. That's where the hospital was that I went to and everything. And like, they didn't even do the SANE kit in the hospital when I was there. I didn't do that until the next day at like 3 p.m.
And by that time, you could have cleaned up and
Right.
Well, I asked about that. I actually asked that before I left the hospital. Somehow, I managed to conjure up this important question. And that, like, the long and short of it is, like, you can wash yourself to near raw, and what they need is not on the outside per se.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And so I noticed, like, I was reading the thread that you had on X, and even with like all of the evidence that you presented and all of that, nothing became of it.
No, because what my theory is, because I mean, they're not gonna, like, they tell you they told me what happened in terms of why they decided not to go through with the case, which was just there's not enough evidence, basically. So like it wasn't a brutal rape. I wasn't like beaten. I wasn't, you know what I mean? It was just like super force. So I didn't go in with like crazy bruises or wounds like that.
Like his
that should not fucking matter. That should
That's
not
not the
fucking
only
matter.
reason, but if they don't have evidence to prove you did or did not get raped, then they can't just start throwing people in jail or prison. You know what I mean? Like she told me, she's like, I believe you, but I cannot do this without this kind of evidence to, you know what I mean? Like, because you're going to get to in front of a jury or
a judge at least.
Yeah.
Thank you, judge, and he's just going to be like, well, how do you know that's true?
Right.
So without the evidence of force, they can't tell if it's consensual or non-consensual.
And here's the thing too. The kicker for me was, so like when I had the SANE kit done, the I don't know if she's like a nurse, a doctor, what? I'm gonna call her a nurse. She was so thorough. She told me every little detail. She told me what she found, where it was found, if it was indicative of anything. She has a tattoo on her forearm of like an anatomical vagina so that she can tell her patients like visually where everything is located. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was like,
amazing
what?
nurse. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I was like, can I take a picture of your tattoo? I did. She let me. But yeah, okay. And she like showed me exactly where like my wounds were. Like I didn't have like beat 'em up, you know, wounds, but like from force, I had lots of them. So that's the kicker that confused the fuck out of me. I was like, excuse me? Yeah, so he didn't punch me in the face until I passed out. But hello, did you look at the SANE kit?
Right.
Yeah.
Which took 3 months after they told me it would be a maximum of 3 weeks. The hospital took like 2 of those months to even respond to the police department.
No, I have to wonder.
It had to be transferred from the one jurisdiction to the other, if you remember.
And I also have to wonder,
do
you think maybe there wasn't as much rush because you were out of state?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you think that might not have...
because there wasn't like an insane amount of physical, like because he didn't beat you.
Right.
Right.
So you lost.
Kind of like, oh, you probably just regretted it. Like, dude, okay.
Like you're not going to see this guy again anyway, you know. Let's move it along, you know.
And
the other question I would have is like, had you gone to the right hospital that was in the right jurisdiction, would have sped it up or done anything?
Yeah,
just
I don't
speculating.
Know. Yeah,
but I mean, it shouldn't fucking matter. That part shouldn't matter. As long as you went to the hospital and told them all the things, they did all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I really don't think a hospital should matter. Oh, this is the wrong hospital for a rape kit.
No.
That doesn't sound right.
Right.
Well,
right. But I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah. No, what happened was I didn't get the SANE kit until the next day. Well, I mean, it depends on how you calculate your day because it was technically the next day already. But anyways, but they didn't have a nurse that was like qualified to do it on staff. I'm like, it's in the middle of the night. You don't have a rape nurse? That seems weird. This is downtown Atlanta.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, not even they should have more than one specific nurse trained in how to do this.
Yeah.
Specific
or
procedure.
they're on call. Like, all right, guess what?
Right.
You got to come in today. Sorry.
Yeah. But then the people because there's like a lady in like at the front desk area when I went to get the SANE kit, and then there was the nurse. It was inside of like a police headquarters thing where it was a huge building. And it was just like the 3 of us in the whole building because they don't even really use it anymore, she was telling me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, when my investigator was having trouble getting the SANE kit sent over to their department, right? because remember, when I got the same kit, it was still connected to the first jurisdiction, even though it was the second day. I hadn't been to the new police department yet. I didn't get there until Saturday night. So actually, no, it was Sunday. It was like a couple hours before they sent me to SVU.
Jesus.
And they're like, why didn't you call us? I was like, you were supposed to call me. I don't have your fucking number.
Right.
I was there sitting there when the police officers were on the phone telling you guys my information so you could call me.
Right. Sounds like there was a lot of fault put on you when there absolutely should not have been.
But
that's what I'm perceiving.
It's such a huge area. They have to come across that all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
you would think Atlanta, one of the largest cities in the United States, would have. I just don't understand why there's a rape kit nurse. Why aren't like almost all nurses and doctors trained on this? Because you never know when one's gonna walk in.
I don't know.
Budget cuts.
Honestly, I never. I have not like looked into that, even though I actually had kind of like the same question come up in my brain a few times, but I never Googled it. But my assumption would be something to do with like other legalities involved, because like you know, regular medical stuff, you have all of the protocols, HIPAA, blah 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 blah. But when you're dealing with like, you know, something more criminal, then you're getting like that side of things mixed in. So I don't know. I don't think like your ER nurse is going to have time to sit down with a delicate patient for the same kit, because they have to do things very specific. You know what I mean? Like it took a while. Like it wasn't like a long time, but you know. So I would assume that's why they have like specific people hired just for that.
I was thinking maybe it was like a gender thing, like maybe a rape victim who just got assaulted might not be comfortable with a male nurse coming in.
Well, that
Well, I was lucky I had a female, but
with a vagina on her arm, apparently.
That's awesome. Not gonna lie, that's amazing. I love that.
But everyone else I spoke to the entire time, except for that, the sane kit nurse and the triage nurse, like when I first went into the hospital, everybody else was male. I was like, okay, that's comfortable.
Right.
Which is actually kind of one of the reasons why we invited Borg Queen on as well, because it's like we didn't want to make you. I mean, I know you've been on our show before and all that, but it's like 3 guys and then you.
Didn't want a sausage fest.
So,
part of me is also thinking, with the current climate, you were in Georgia, that is a very southern state with a very different viewpoint that a lot of people have, and currently that viewpoint is not focused on women being autonomous people and being able to like not be at fault for what happened. Let's just put that way. The current
but I mean,
that seems to be happening everywhere.
Exactly.
I am not making excuses. It's not appropriate. But I'm saying this thing of everything is shifted to, somehow because of how people are dressed or what they, whatever, it's their fault again. It has become the victim's fault again. And it sounded to me like that's almost the way the police saw things too.
There were a couple of times when like
the good old boys.
Yeah, because I mean, it's been like 4+ months of me totally suppressing this with all of my might. So there's a lot of details I don't have anymore in my brain, but I wrote it down. I wrote it down right when I got to the hospital before I even went in. I was like, "This is fresh. I know how I do."
Smart.
Because I know what I do. You know, like my brain shuts off and I start forgetting things.
So I don't think it's just you. I just think that's
it's called getting old.
And that's just also a protection mechanism. Your body doesn't want to experience what it just went through. So
So,
So-
with you saying that, Debbie, let me ask you this, Board Queen. So, what I know you're not necessarily an expert on all things in the brain, but what typically happens in the brain and body during an assault like that? Like, why do survivors sometimes freeze and then just totally get rid of it when that's like a huge thing of what happened? You know?
Oh, it goes back to basics. It's your fight flight response, right? Fight, flight, or freeze. So you fight,
Mhm.
you get out, or you freeze, and it's just at that point in time, your body is not your brain is not. You're on hormones and endorphins, and your body is on automatic pilot. By the way, so the normal human response for anyone in any type of traumatic situation, not just this type of traumatic situation, any type of traumatic situation, is you're gonna fight, or you're gonna freeze. And when those amount of hormones, when you get a lot of chemicals and adrenaline stuff going on in your brain, you're gonna forget things. Your brain is gonna protect itself. Your body is gonna protect itself if something is too painful for you to go through. It's gonna go.
I went through all three of those.
Yeah, it's
I'm sure.
survival mode. Okay, you're like, okay, we just have to figure out what our we have to protect ourselves now. We've just been violated, and again, it doesn't matter how the violation happens.
Right.
This is for anything.
Yep.
This is very generalized. But then your brain just goes, okay, we're going to focus on the things we need to survive, and we're going to forget the things. We're going to forget the things that are too painful for us right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I stayed at a hotel. Not Friday night. I didn't sleep anywhere Friday night, but Saturday night I rented a hotel room at it's called the Reverb. It's a Hard Rock Cafe kind of thing. That was the best hotel room I've ever stayed in. And it totally helped. It totally helped.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The room was so cool, like how they had like the lights and everything. I know, totally irrelevant, but still.
I mean, whatever
Shout
helped
out
you
to that place.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Helped you feel safe in that moment.
It did.
So-
it did.
I do.
Fucked me up financially, but you know what? I don't regret it.
And it also gave you something else to focus on that spoke more to the geeky and nerdy side. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't have to focus on what had just happened to you. You're like, hey, this really cool Hard Rock hotel room that has all these awesome things. I'm gonna focus on this instead of.
Yeah. That's exactly why I chose it, because I knew that it would be like that, like distraction. That's exactly why I chose it.
And that's perfectly normal, okay, and fine. There's nothing absolutely wrong with that at all.
I was just curious. So you had said you've been battling with this for 4 months now. What made you decide to come out and finally say this is because
they recently told me the case was closed.
Okay.
It was like a week ago.
Okay.
So you got fed up.
And then once it's closed, you can say whatever you want to say because they've closed.
Yeah, and I like to I forget which one of you mentioned it in the beginning of the show, where like a lot of people like don't say anything, and that is true. But I think a lot of it too is they can't for however long. Like you're not going to be like in the middle of your case, like dogging the dude or girl or whoever. Like on Twitter, so like obviously I wasn't gonna do it during a case either. But I was like, all right, fuck it, why not? I'll give myself closure. Fuck all y'all.
Yeah,
and that's important. Yeah.
And I mean, I know you had said that you're not going to say names, and I totally respect that. I just part of me is just thinking though, like, wouldn't it be better?
Everyone says it. Everyone's told me that. Like, why don't you blast them out? Blast
well,
them
I mean, just because
that I have kids. Like, I don't want someone coming after me.
Which I get, but at the same time, it's like we don't want this asshole doing this again. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I totally get your side of the point. I get,
it was bad for a very long time. Like, well, I say that, but like this whole time, basically. And you know what? It is what it is. Like, it sucks. But I'm not that guy. Those are not my choices. My choices are mine alone.
Right.
And whether it's right or wrong, it is what I had to do for me.
Right.
You know, like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
if he does it to somebody else, that is horrid. But at the same time, I got kids. Like I don't want to be blasting names and he get pissed off and like
Or
try
maybe,
to
you
come to
know,
my house and find my address on the internet. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
there's so
But
many things that could happen.
here's another scary thought is like, what if you were the somebody else? Like, what if he's already done this?
Well, he probably has.
Right,
I
but
probably
like
am
the
to
other
somebody else. What do
person
you
could
mean?
have stopped it by coming
Yeah.
forward. Is what he's
Well,
trying to get at.
it's also
But
not.
I wanted to
again,
hear
you
what
don't want to
Borg
get
Queen
on
had
the
to say
blaming
this.
on the person
Right.
who it happened to. It's not
No, I'm not saying
it's
it's
not-
no.
also her job to, stop
Right.
him from doing something. It's
Right.
I'm not, like I said in my post, I'm not the police. I
Right,
cannot
right.
like the likeliness of it preventing, like, say that was like the path unless I did something right of like his life.
Mm-hmm.
The likeliness of some chick that he's about to rape seeing my shit and being like, oh, I know that guy, I'm staying away, is zero. Because my
Right.
Twitter post with a name in it saying he raped me is not going to suddenly make the police be like, he's not innocent.
Good
So
Right.
I don't think in the long run, from my distance and lack of knowledge of his social circle, other than the two people,
Right.
is going to
Right.
make as big of a difference, because I've heard that before in this like time period since then, and I'm just like, I don't know him.
Right.
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 I don't even know where
No,
I know the state
yeah.
where he lives, and that's it. I don't know
There-
nothing else.
There could
Yeah,
also
no.
be legal repercussions too, because if they say,
Yep.
"Oh, there's not enough evidence," and then she says, "Oh, it was Joe Blow over here," then Joe
Yeah.
Blow,
They're gonna bring like slander and lies and
then he's got
That
a
can
lawsuit
also-
because you said that
Yeah.
publicly.
yeah. I get it. I just, the
You're frustrated as someone who's like, we should blast his name and put him on red so that he doesn't do this again.
let's get this
You're-
asshole,
you're-
you know.
You're
So,
coming
Yeah.
from dad and from other male perspective of he needs to be blasted and put on red, when that's not Devi's responsibility. Devi's
Yeah,
doing
no,
what
and-
she needs to do.
He's like, "Let's bring in the cavalry," you know.
Yep.
Devi's doing what she needs to do to process
rope.
through
Yep.
what happened to
Get a
her
rope.
the way that she needs to do it.
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah.
And I mean, we can only speak to it from our point of view too. We've never actually been the victim like that, you know.
No, but it can happen that way, right?
Right.
Like, women
Oh,
can
yeah.
rape men, so
Yes.
Right.
He just
it's just not as prominent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Debbie, if you don't mind me asking, you may have gone through this a little bit, but like in the immediate aftermath of what had just happened, he walks away. Like, did it ever did it run through your head like, oh my God, did that just happen? Did you think about not going to the police? Did you maybe even think like, oh, maybe it wasn't that serious? Or
I didn't think. I had gotten a text message from one of my best friends at like the literal perfect moment. And I was like, I'm not okay. I'm in danger. And so they were calling me, trying to help me have an out, if that makes sense. Because they didn't know what was happening, but when someone says that, there's something wrong. And so I had lucked out that he had fucked off to the bathroom. And I literally grabbed one of my like 2 bags and fucking booked it. I didn't think about anything. I didn't know what the plan was. I didn't have a plan. I just
get out of
knew
there.
I had to get the fuck out of there as I was dialing my friend back. So,
Again, operating on instinct.
yeah, it was.
Your body
it was
said-
100% instinct.
Your body is.
And here's the
your
thing.
body
Here's another fucking kicker. The 2 friends wouldn't help me get my fucking bag. I had to go back into that B&B by myself and get it.
Then
the
they're
fuck?
not very supportive friends.
No, they're not.
I'm sorry that happened. Go get your own bag. That's
Right.
That's
Exactly.
yeah.
It's like one of those no, anyway type
Yeah.
situations.
Like, oh, you're busy with like your fucking streamer buddies. Excuse the fuck out of me. Like, you were supposed to be sleeping in the same Airbnb, the same house as me. You can't like meet me at the McDonald's down the road when you're leaving.
Right.
I was so frustrated. There were like, and by friends, I mean like I know them because I've met them at other conventions and we stayed at Airbnb and stuff before, but like they're not people I talk to every day or even regular, you know what I mean? Like they're not that kind of friend. But, you know, it was still people that, you know, I valued enough to call a friend at all.
Yeah, you put trust in them.
Yes. And I just lost my train of thought. Hold on.
That's okay.
I can hate that shit.
Right.
Yeah, basically all of the people that I thought were acquaintances or friends or whatever from Kick were not my friends at all, because there were multiple people who were not like part of the Airbnb, like those two people, but like other people that I was really close to that I did talk to every day. And we're meeting, like they met me up at, you know what I mean? Like we were all meeting, you know, because we were all there because we stream on Kick, and nobody reached out to like even ask how I'm doing. No one asked if I needed help. There was one girl that I did ask for help. I asked her to ask wherever she was staying with it, Airbnb too, I think. But hers was full and she was gonna ask another friend and they never called me back. I was like, all right, this is great. So that's it's been hard, like honestly, like
absolutely.
Obviously the whole situation sucks, but like
Not
you know, when
feeling alone and not being supported at all is just
because like I don't go out of my house
and from the
very
most
much.
important people, like the police and like the people you would think would be on your side.
Yeah.
And like for a long time, like my whole life, I'm online all the time. So like my social circles are online for the most part. So like it came crumbling down as soon as that happened, because like, you know, you realize like these people don't give a fuck about you. They want your views. They're only messaging you on Discord to play video games when they're not streaming so that you'll go support them when they are.
Right.
Because that's the only thing I could figure would be like the mentality of someone who didn't give a fuck about you, because they wouldn't even like, do you need a ride? Do you need a fucking floor in our hotel room? We have no more beds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not a single one of them.
Anything?
Not a single one of them. And I only asked one person for, you know, like
just asking
room.
And having to tell kind of the situation, I guess, has got to be really hard too. Again, you're leaving
because I was terrified. Yeah, because like I hadn't like had a sane kit yet, nothing like that. It's just like me telling the people I was staying at the Airbnb with, like, this.
You were just wanting another person to be human to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wanted my shit back. My medicine was in my bag, like all of my important stuff, because I grabbed the wrong bag, of course. But Debbie, I still grabbed a bag.
Debbie, I just got a quick question. Can you see our private chat in StreamYard here?
I'm seeing it a little bit.
Can you just answer yes or no? Was that one of the persons?
No.
Oh, thank God. Because I would have been so disappointed if they did not reach. Like, did you even try?
I'm not that. I saw her that day. Actually,
I know you had sent. I saw your pictures that you posted.
I hung out with her for a few minutes and chatted, and I was gonna meet up with her later that night because you know, after the daytime stuff at conventions, there's always like people going to like bars,
after parties and shit.
Blah blah blah. Yeah. So I was supposed to meet back up with her and a bunch of other people I knew, but nope, I didn't make it.
Okay. Because I mean, like, I've always felt that she seems.
I don't know her contact like that.
Yeah. I was gonna say I always felt like the stuff that I've watched of hers and stuff. She seems like very down to earth and humble, and
she would totally have been on my side.
I know she would. She would be cutting bitches, but like, you know. So I'm glad to hear that.
Can we stop being vague? Could we say what?
I don't want to bring her into this if she's not a part of this, so that's why I did that in private chat.
I totally understand that, but like, so you're talking about it, and people will be like, "What are they talking about?"
A bigger streamer that's on Kick.
And she's way over my head. Yeah,
So
now, now let me ask Board Queen. Now for convention spaces, convention spaces can feel a lot like an alternate reality. Do you think that kind of environment actually plays any kind of a role in how these incidents happen or how they're processed afterwards?
Well, no, I don't think so,
people
because
don't understand cosplay is not consent.
Right, yeah, but in this, not particularly in this situation, because it didn't happen at con. It happened when she was being her normal her at a house. She wasn't in con. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but I think people think that they're they're away from everybody.
Yeah.
When you go to a con, you're not in your normal area, not with your normal real people. So
I guess it'd be the same thing
act
as,
up and do what they want.
Yeah.
Right.
Like vacation person. But yeah, you're right. Cosplay and everything that's definitely not consent. Okay. Consent is asking a person, hey, that's consent. But do I think there's an elevated, are you asking if possibly if there's like an elevated because of the environment,
because of the energy that conventions kind of put into people? Because I mean, you're not, it's like when you go to a ball game, you're not in your like Neodeath was saying, you're not in your normal ways right there. And do you think like that's where people just start going like, I see them, they look really hot, and nobody would actually know if I did this, and I won't never see her again? So do you think that just being at the convention or things like that are what kind of lead to this kind of thing? And
I don't know if it's so much the conventions, but I know I've heard more about the after parties. That's where I hear all the stories about like drinks being spiked and things like that.
In those situations, though, that's going to happen at any bar after any.
It is, but it seems like it seems to be more commonplace that I hear about these things for as far as like convention assaults and things like that is usually the after parties and when the alcohol is flowing easy and things like that.
The issue with that is what alcohol does to everybody, right? It lowers your inhibition.
Well, that too. That
situation too, and a lot easier to do things that like spike drinks and stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to do. But I don't think that I have, if I were to guess, and this is just me being me, not just because of my expertise or anything, if a person's going to do something like that, they're going to do something like that wherever they
regardless
find an opportunity.
of the
doesn't matter whether you're at a con, whether you're at an after party, whether you're this, whether you're at, if something like we've had situations of something happening at the cons with like during meet and greets and things like that.
Right.
If it's something talking like that, that could just be, there's a lot of different, again, you've got different hormones and different things going on in your head, and you're different, like adrenaline and oh my gosh, and then not excusing it at all whatsoever. But that is a high energy environment that could make that more prevalent at times. But I think in certain situations, in most situations, when it's not just like, oh, if I'm in a cosplay outfit and a fan came up and gave me a big hug because they thought when it's outside of that situation, when it's something more serious than that, when it's something because you're alone, so they think, oh, this is opportunistic because no one else is here. That can happen whenever, wherever, whatever. That's more to the person of if he's gonna, he was taking advantage of the opportunity, not just because it was a con, not just because you weren't they weren't at their house or away from people. You didn't have. It was more of an he took an opportunity that wasn't his to take.
Right.
And that's more of a on them than it is the situation. I don't want to give any credence to a situation.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because it's the
That's
person.
something.
Even at a bar, people can get drunk and have fun and not do those
Not be
things.
a douchebag.
Right.
Yeah.
I do it, and I don't say all
What
the
do you
time.
mean?
But
People can
anytime
drink and not be angry, grumpy assholes? I don't
Yeah.
know that. I have no experience. with such
honestly,
things.
if I ever get drunk, which has only been a couple of times in my life, I just get really stupid. And I'll ask like the most so take my personality, especially Board Queen. You know what I'm like? It's like take that goofy personality and amp it up.
Right.
Yeah.
A happy drunk.
Yeah, that's when I'll just
Yeah.
start going like, "Hey, what do you think's funnier, bananas or cheese?"
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Cyclops? You do that when you're completely sober on Mountain Dew.
Not sober. What do you mean?
True. You've all seen me like that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't want to put it to. Yes, people. There may be at some level an instance of, oh, this is vacation, this is not home me. But they're still taking that opportunity to do something that shouldn't be done. They're using things as an excuse to do something that they would otherwise probably want to do anyway.
Right. But so it seems like it's like he said, more on the rise now. Is it that more people think that they can get away with it? They have.
I don't. I would say it's.
Or
not
is
on the
it just
rise,
that more people are coming out?
There you
with
go.
it?
There you go. It's becoming more commonplace for people to actually speak out about things than it has in the past.
Especially women. It seemed like women were shushed. You're.
Well, I mean, we didn't have rights until we, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So more people are stronger in wanting to come out and speak their story than.
Now, do you think it's also because, like, more people are coming out because, like in Devi's case, the justice system pretty much failed them?
I wouldn't say that either. I say the justice system's probably just as same as the justice system was. I just say Devi's a strong person, and so she was able to come out and speak out against this, and then we've got more people that are strong people and tired of this stuff happening, so they're gonna speak out about it, and more people are becoming more aware because of our dopamine society and social media and all that kind of stuff, that it's not more prevalent. I wouldn't say. I would say it's just more renowned and more known because of all the ways that we have available to put it out there. Tweets, social media, podcasts, platforms, I say that's I wouldn't say that the prevalence. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the statistics. I don't know. It could have gone up.
I've been a strong believer of that for many things, like crimes of all kinds, like
they were always swept under the rug for so many decades, and now there's cameras everywhere. So it's
like I'm sure there is a rise of some sort as population also rises. However, like the statistics of percentage, I don't know that, but I don't feel like it's necessarily any worse than when I was a kid,
I see. I
grew up in the ghetto. I know. I've seen a lot.
I want to believe that the majority of people would have wanted to help in that situation, and the majority of people are kind of feeling how we feel and like how outrageous this whole thing is. The outrage that we're all feeling, and but it's just like the ones who don't care, the ones who fail everything, just seem to be the loudest. It's
and it's also the whole mentality of that's. I don't want to get it, like that's a subject a lot of people don't want to get into, like, so I'm just gonna ignore that and go about my day and be selfish and not support a person because I really don't know them, right? Even though Devi, you felt these people were very supportive of you, but there's a lot of that that's still a very sticky subject for a lot of people, and they'd rather just put their head down and
I had people that lived in California and Missouri on the phone with me the whole weekend, like only sleeping when I sleep, which was very little, to make sure I was okay. Whereas I had people I actually knew in real life in the vicinity of max 20 minutes from me and wouldn't even help me get my bag.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you think I just kind of play devil's advocate here? Do you think your friend who wouldn't help you was maybe ashamed of his friend doing this and he just didn't know how to respond?
I don't know.
Or
I mean,
just didn't believe and didn't want to believe that his friend would do something like that?
I really don't know. All I know is that
I mean,
like,
we can only
he was
speculate
busy.
on that.
Right, yeah. Like I
wasn't
said, I
at
mean, I'm not standing up for
Airbnb and-
anybody.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm just asking
I
questions.
don't know. I would guess that it might have been like not wanting to get involved in drama, like, because I'm a female and I cuss like a sailor, so I must be full of drama. Like,
Cussing on our show?
I really love it when drama's created by my right taken away from me. That's a great thing to do.
Right.
Debbie, I have a question. Were you the only?
Yeah.
Were there other females staying in the house too,
No.
or was it just like see?
Nope.
I picked up on that one. That
Yeah.
There's something that you said at the beginning is kind of stuck with me here. You said that you were at a bar and you were with this guy, and then your friend left, and you were kind of left alone. You don't think?
No, we were at the Airbnb, not a
At the
bar.
Airbnb.
they were at the house. Yeah.
At the house. You don't believe you were set up, do you,
No,
for that to happen?
no, I've met the other people before that were at the air. Well, the one friend was there and the other one hadn't come yet. Actually, by the time I left, like ran out, the other two had not come back from like their after party stuff yet. So
Okay.
I didn't even see my one friend at all.
All right. Yeah, I was just wondering because I mean, it
No.
just seems a little convenient that the one female in the
Yeah.
whole thing was left
No,
with the one guy that would do that.
If I could be wrong, but I think so. My assaulter person was friends with the friend that wasn't there more than the one that was. Like, the three of them knew each other and had met at another convention before, but I don't think that he was like closer. I don't think he was that close to the other friend because he's like a supporter of streams. He's not really a streamer. So everyone knows who he is because he's in everybody's chat. You know what I mean? But like but like in terms of like, I don't know, like closeness or whatever, I'm pretty sure it was more my other friend, like the one that wasn't there. Like that was kind of more his friend. I could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, they didn't even act like they really were friends for the short period they were both in my, area, like by me. So
I know Koimiya asked, if you're still friends with them, but do you even still talk to this person that put you in that situation?
So what had happened, like how it all kind of went down in this regard. So after I had left and I went to the emergency room like first thing, and then it was like early morning on Saturday that I had spoken to my two friends, because like by the time I had a chance to sit down and tell them, because it's not like it took 2 seconds at the hospital.
Right.
And then I had to figure out where I was going to park my car and just sit and cry for 16 hours. But so by the time I got out of the hospital, blah, 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 like it was already daytime or started. It was like probably like 6, I think, around there. Whenever it starts like cracking dawn in October. I don't remember. We'll say 6. It was around there sometime. When I left the hospital, like to go into my car. So like I sat in my car for probably an hour and then I left and then I started calling. I think I went for gas or something and just sat down and called my two friends. And well, the one actually called me because the police showed up at the Airbnb, which No, because the assaulter didn't know I had gone to the police. They're not supposed to do that.
But they have to get their side, right? And especially if they're
but that was not the time. They were supposed to call me. I was supposed to get protection. I wasn't supposed to go to the Airbnb by myself. I was supposed to have police escort, but I never did. I had medication. I told them, I said, I have medication I need to take. I have like important belongings there that like if it was anything else, I would just say fuck it. But like, you know, I have high blood pressure. Like I needed my shit. You know, like I couldn't go 3 days without it. You risk other shit.
Right.
So it's just like it was so fucked. They were supposed to call me and then come to me and do like all of that like stuff that they do, like my statement or whatever, I don't know. Like because it wasn't actually supposed to be the police. It was supposed to be SVU. So like I was supposed to be like transferred to them or whatever, I think. But like it just took forever. And so they went there and we're talking to them because they were looking for me. I'm like, what do you mean? That's stupid. So that's when my friend called me. He's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, no, but yeah. Like, why? He's like, well, the police are here looking for you. I was like, well, so the thing is. So then I told him, and then like I still to this day I don't really know what the police said to him, but I think they told him, and I'm like, that's messed up. That's really messed up.
Yeah,
because it's not supposed to go down that way.
Right.
But yeah,
especially if you hadn't given your statement yet or anything like that, and they shouldn't just rush.
Well, I did, but like I had to, you know, like be like I don't know, like introduced to the news. You know what I mean? Like, because every single person you talk to, if it wasn't someone in the same room as the one you spoke to, you have to tell the whole. I told that story. I counted 6 times from start to finish, every detail. I had to.
And you never deviated in details, you know, adding things.
No.
So.
No, it's like, and you know how like there's like my chart and all that kind of stuff for like hospitals and doctors and everything. I looked at my record, like the clinic note from that hospital visit, and you know, like everything that I had wrote down matched everything that was in that note. Like, because remember, I told you that I wrote everything down so that I could have like a document for my own self. Of like the exact like timeline and everything. I had time and I had, you know, series of events and everything. So, but yeah, it was annoying. We'll just
beyond
say, like,
annoying. That's.
I know. I'm
being nice.
I'm downplaying it because, yeah.
It seems like the system, as it were, completely just failed.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Yeah. And the other weird thing real quick is like out of what did I say, like 3 police departments, only one of them had people in it aside from the people that like I spoke to. So like the one where I got the sane kit, it was only those ladies in this giant police headquarters. No one else was in the building.
That's very strange.
When I went to the SVU,
a city that big.
Yeah, I went to the SVU. This place was so huge, I didn't even know where the entrance was. Like it was huge, and it's like midnight, and
you're in a strange town. You don't know,
dude. Yeah. When I went up to the door to like press the button, the lights in this building were off, all of them, except for like one in the back that looked more like you know, like just kind of like a standard light that would be on when you leave a facility for like the evening, right? It was very dim. It was like one light in a giant like office, like front office area, you know what I mean? And you know, it was like way beyond like your security, whatever you got to go through. I was just like, how are you expect me to find this in this state of mind and like hello? It was the
Mhm.
weirdest thing. Why is SVU dead? Like, why is there no one there? It was so strange.
Time of day that it was, but that's
Maybe, but
You would still
seems
think
very
there would have
Twilight
to-
Zoney.
it
Right.
You say
was.
I've seen like that.
That's
exact
exactly what we
entrance
said
like a
at
horror
the
movie.
time.
You know?
Yeah,
It was.
very, very, very
Not to
strange.
mention downtown Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And someone who's not from Atlanta at all. I know me from Podunk, Southern Illinois, in downtown Atlanta, by myself. Nope. Like,
not happening.
That doesn't
Nope.
bother me. It's just the unfamiliar, like not being familiar with the like roads and things of where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Mhm.
makes me nervous more than like sketchy
Or just
neighborhoods.
knowing where to go. Like,
Yeah, because I got there and they're like, "Why has it been like an hour since you left the other police station?" I'm like, "Because I don't know where I'm going."
Right.
Just
I'm sorry,
because
I didn't
I-
have this
30 minutes
programmed in my phone.
Yeah, like I literally like walked around this SVU building thing because it wasn't clearly labeled. It said fire department on the front. And like I walked around there like 3 times. So like trying to figure out like which door because there was 30 of them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. It was so weird. Like what do you mean? Who cares? It'll be 3 hours later. I will still come here and tell you my story.
right.
yeah.
So Board Queen, for someone who's been carrying something like this that hasn't sought help yet, what would you want to say to them? Like,
Well,
somebody that's maybe
and
even
something that
thinking
I'm
of a
gonna
convention.
I'm gonna suggest to Debbie too. Of course, go seek a professional out. Go seek a therapist. Go talk to
I had one.
somebody who's
I was
Yeah.
seeing one for many years. We're in like a separation right now.
yeah. I
'Cause I'm starting a new
understand,
job.
but I mean, in this type of situation,
Mm-hmm.
you need to process with somebody.
I know.
Like other
Yeah.
than, I mean, it's good to get everything out, but go talk to somebody that you would trust. It doesn't have to be a therapist, a counselor. Just you need to process with somebody. I would suggest a professional, because they
Well, I had
might.
one at the time until like a month ago, I should say. And here's something interesting too. Is like when they give the call for like, sorry, there's not enough like evidence, so bye.
Mhm.
She had this other lady on the line to tell me about like an online support group for people in similar situations as me. That was her exact words, and I'm sitting here like, that's interesting. A whole
Mhm.
support group full of ladies just like me who their case was just dropped. What?
Yeah.
Guess where it was based out of? Neo.
Atlanta.
Nope.
No.
Toledo.
Chicago.
I was going to say Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah, but I would suggest that I know it's hard, but
Yeah.
seek
No,
help
I mean,
from a professional. I'm
I'm
just
gonna go
talking
back
in
to
general
therapy.
to
I
everybody.
just
Yeah.
for financial reasons I had to take a break. But I was in therapy at the time,
Okay.
like from before, you know what I mean, and after. But it's
Okay.
just been like recently, like in the last month.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
good that you were able to seek help from somebody you trusted.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know financial should not be the reason why a person is not in therapy, but unfortunately,
It is.
That happens a lot.
it is a lot, a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now,
But I would-
Debbie, are you employed? I know it sounds like a question out of nowhere, but I swear I'm going somewhere.
Yeah, I just got my job back.
I do know that sometimes employers will have an employee help program, employee assistance program that you can seek help with.
Mine does. Yeah, mine does.
I know my job has that, and I haven't personally used it, but I know a couple coworkers who have, and they actually swear by it because it's provided by the workplace, so they don't have to pay a thing.
Yeah.
And it's a third party that's going to be indifferent because they don't necessarily know you to begin with and all of that. So I mean, that might be something to look into as well.
And it's good to know what your employee assistance program is. I know some places will only cover like 5 sessions before they make you cover it yourself.
Yep. Mine's 10.
Yeah.
So 10 free sessions.
Yeah, depending on who it is. So, I mean, definitely look into that if that's something that interests you.
Yeah. And a lot of insurance, even the
their support group they gave me is free. I mean, they schedule through. I don't know if you ever heard of Eventbrite.
I've heard
that
of them.
website where like people can like literally just make scheduled things for free, or you can charge people for tickets. Like you could just sign up and do that. Yeah. So
have you done any of them?
I signed up, but I chickened out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a group kind of person in general, but then you're gonna tell me about a group for support of something like this, I chickened out.
Okay.
I'm a one-on-one kind of person.
Well, yeah, and I would say go when you're comfortable with going. You know, don't. It's you've been in therapy before. It's not going to work if you're not ready to go first.
Yeah.
Like you have to be ready to go.
Yeah.
Before you could have the best therapist in the world, and if you're not ready to be there, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But I would, as a therapist, I think everybody should be in therapy, whether you feel you need to be in therapy or not. I just think it's awesome. not because it's my job, but I mean, just to be able to talk to
person to
be unbiased opinion
too is like so enlightening. Like it just helps. It helps.
You get therapy, and you get therapy.
I don't know. I have this weird thing where it's like I'd like to go, but at the same time, I'm afraid of what I'd find out about myself. So
they're not going to uncover anything about
the rest of us.
Yeah, they're not going to cover anything about yourself you don't already.
You're a serial killer. Awesome.
No, but
why do you avoid therapy? Because I don't want to be locked up.
I don't. Yeah, right.
Same.
So.
Yeah.
No. But Debbie, so just one thing I'd like to ask you. So, is there anything that you'd like to say or that you'd like people to walk away from this with a better understanding? Or is there anything that you'd like to say to especially women who might be placed in a similar situation of how they may want to handle it or how they may want to proceed?
Don't contact the Atlanta police.
Yeah.
Right?
So...
Shout out to the lady with the vagina tattoo.
Right, yeah.
I'm like bawling my eyes out. Like, it's a very awkward thing to go get a fucking pap smear, basically. Like, right after that, okay? Like, to put it TMI-ish. But I'm just saying, that's what it is. And she's making me laugh through the tears. Like, whoever she is, she was excellent at her job. Because that's a very, like, terrible time, Like, you would never expect to be able to laugh at a moment like that. And she was, she just had that personality, and she was really good at it.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well, shout out to her. She's probably one of a few,
Yeah. Like, I wish I remember her name. But, yeah, I honestly don't know what to say to other people who might be in or find themselves in a situation.
I would think just
I don't even know if I did it right. Yeah, but like I did. You know what I mean? Like
I know, but like the more people do it,
I know.
The more people get outraged like we are.
Yeah,
and we're openly talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't downplay what you did. I know.
Oh, I know.
That seems like something
kind of.
Yeah, but what you did took a lot, and to keep going even after all the adversity you'd faced with the police and everything else, and to keep making sure no, I am going to get my story told. I am going to be heard.
Yeah,
that took an insane amount of courage.
I used to have a Twitter account before, and it was deleted. That had I had a really good following and there was a lot of people, but now I only have 150 or something. Like, it's very small because most of those people probably aren't even real bots or whatever accounts. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Honestly, that's the only reason why I did it there and not anywhere else, because there's like no one following me, which is funny because I forgot that Koimia was following me. Not that it made a difference, but I was just like surprised that anyone saw it is all I'm saying.
Right. Koimia's the one that brought it to our attention and asked me about it because I know you. And he's like, "Did you see that?" And I'm like, "See what?" And I went on your Facebook and I'm like, "I don't see anything here." And I'm like, "Oh, he's always on X. Let me go on there." And then I saw it. I was like, "Oh,
didn't I tell you?
That's what they were talking
back
about."
then, didn't I message you? Maybe I didn't.
I don't.
Way to ignore her, Neo. Jesus, God,
Like,
you're one of the bad friends.
Yeah. But even doing that, even though you did it when you didn't think that's more like a journal and messaging kind of situation. You're like, I just have to get it out there, and you were able to get it out there.
That's what it was. I didn't really care who saw it. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't doing it for like someone to see it. I just did it like where my family isn't, like Facebook, you know.
Right. And I was more also talking about
journal is still a thing, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Doing that.
I was also talking about even that night, the steps that you took that night. A lot of people wouldn't have been able to take those steps, so that took a lot of courage. And going around to police departments that you had no idea where you were going in the middle of, and spending hours trying to find a place and making sure that you went to all the different places you went to so that your story would be told. That took not only posting it for the internet for the world to see and coming here and talking about this. This takes a lot of courage as well. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm just saying in the moment when it happened to you, a lot of people might not have done that. They would have just, like Cyclops said, gone home, pretend it didn't happen, forget about it. You honestly, made sure.
If it wasn't for my friend Taylor and Chase, I will shout them out until the cows come home. If it wasn't for those people, I probably wouldn't have. Taylor looked up the hospital nearest me and got me the address. I was sharing like my location so that he could help navigate if like I had a meltdown while driving. Like I'm saying, like my friends were very thorough, and I was so blessed and lucky that they were on the phone with me the whole time.
Well, these are the ones that weren't even in the same state as you.
They don't live here. Yeah, they don't live here. So, and like I said, like Taylor was on the phone with me from the moment I called, like right as I was running out the door till I walked in the door to my house.
Yeah,
and that was a lot of hours.
Well, it's a blessing that you had those friends. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't ignore you like Neo did.
Yeah. I was at Disneyland. Leave me alone.
That's what I said. I was like, he was at Disney. He's like, I'm at Disney. Fuck you. Take your drama somewhere else.
I'm busy enjoying the mouse. Leave me alone.
Right.
At the happiest place on earth, right? Yeah.
Right.
I don't even live in the same state as you. What can I do for you?
Yeah.
No,
if I had gotten some message like that, I'm sure I would have responded.
I don't think I did.
Yeah. I'm just busting balls.
He just deleted the message. Like, I don't know what happened.
Right.
Must ride pirates. Go away.
Right.
Oh my god.
I'm busy singing "It's a Small World." Leave me alone.
He's a tall guy
spinning in teacups.
Right.
Spinning in teacups. I want that. Why not me?
Cinderella's castle, you know.
I'm getting pretty for my
I
pictures.
was gonna say I'm busy being a princess.
Okay, I would like to see pictures of that if that happened. If you got your Cinderella on, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Next time I should do that.
You should actually,
oh my god!
You and your wife should go to Disneyland and then have like a cosplay thing going on, but like her dressed as Aladdin and you dressed as Jasmine, just as like a whole swap thing.
That would be fun, but they don't allow it.
Really?
Adults cannot dress up at Disney.
Oh,
Yeah.
Only kids.
I could see that. Somebody might
Because
mistake
they
you as
don't want them like random people to think, oh, that's a character that works here, and go up to somebody.
I could see
and
that.
then have like a really bad experience. Get the fuck away from me, kid! And like, Mommy, Aladdin just yelled at me.
Oh my goodness.
I could see that.
So
Just
yeah,
pushing children,
yeah, get out of here.
Tell me that wouldn't end up on the internet going viral.
Right.
So
Probably.
What? I'm a Disney villain. Leave me alone.
well, if you dress as Maleficent, then it makes more
I
sense.
think I'd be more Jafar.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
God.
what's the dude from Beauty and the
Did
Beast?
Beast.
Gaston.
Beast.
Gaston. Yeah,
Gaston.
there you
I
go.
was like,
Yeah.
the beast, hello?
No, Gaston.
The beast.
Neo Death can be Gaston and just shove kids.
And he'd be doing it during a song, like
Yeah.
no
Strangely
one
enough,
throws
he's
kids
a
like
little
Gaston.
more intelligent than Gaston was.
So,
And that got
Alright.
off track, didn't it?
Yep.
It wouldn't be our
As it
show if we
usually
didn't.
Have to have a little bit of fun.
Right.
especially during a super serious,
Yep.
show like this, like gotta lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, we're gonna go to bed sad. So, one other thing I would like to ask here.
Just rapid fire. Ask all your questions. Go for it.
I just got one left here.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Wait,
Yes.
let me Google that real quick.
The answer is
African or European?
now
The answer is Monty Python.
Exactly.
Very good answer.
So to Debbie and Board Queen, so she said that she's not really into group therapy. Is there a better way to do that? Is it like just kind of based on the individual, or is there really a plus side to having group as opposed to one-on-one, or is there a better one-on-one than group therapy? Or
It all depends on the individual. Some people gravitate towards, hey, other people have had the same experience as me, and so I can relate to those people. Other people, and this is just for therapy in general, not just the specific reason. You got to find what works for you. You got to find a therapist that works for you.
Yep.
Right.
First time you have a therapist, they may not work for you. Like the first time I went to therapy, I told them I played D&D. They told me that was a gateway to hell, and I said, nope, not going back again. So you gotta find it. It's like finding a favorite pair of shoes or a favorite shirt. Right? You've gotta find one that fits you and that you jive with, and whether that be a group of like-minded people or someone, if you're more personal, that's just a one-on-one. That's just completely up to the person.
Mm-hmm.
And what does recovery really look like? I mean, I know it can look different for everybody, but is there just like, oh, no more flashbacks, you're cured? Or is it a little more complex than that?
That is a very difficult question to answer. It's gonna look different. I'm gonna say it depends, and it's gonna look different for everybody.
Right.
I would imagine,
Even in your personal situation, Adam, the things that you've been through, the things that we've all been through, it doesn't matter how healed you think you are, things are gonna pop up
there
at really random times. It's how you deal with the situation at that time.
Yeah, I was asking more for the audience there, but yeah, I totally get that. I will randomly, like I was playing, I know it's a video game show. I was playing one of the Life is Strange games. It was actually that Captain Awesome one, and I hadn't thought about something traumatic in years. And watching a scene, I'm not going to say what it was, but a scene in that game, all of a sudden, like I walked out, and my wife was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, no. It was just,
I don't mean to laugh, but I know that feeling.
No, it was just like walked out and I told her what was going on, and she was like, oh God. And she came up and then all of a sudden, like I've played the game since then and been totally fine. And it's like, I think it was because I wasn't expecting it that first time.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Those little random jarring things, like just out of nowhere, that kills me too.
But I think part of it is knowing that it can happen, knowing that it's going to happen, and knowing that it's okay when it does.
Yep.
Okay. So it doesn't matter what type of traumatic incident, or it can even be something that other people wouldn't perceive as a traumatic incident, but it was traumatic to us. It's how it's an individual experience. But it's about knowing, okay, I'm processing through this. Tough times, shit's gonna come up. I'm gonna experience again. but I'm gonna be okay and I'm gonna be able to move forward through that.
Mm-hmm.
It's that. Or does anyone ever heal 100%? No.
Nope.
I don't believe so, and that's just me personally. You're healing and moving forward is a one step at a time kind of thing for the rest of forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what kind of sucks about it, because it's like, I didn't put this on myself, but now it's up to me to deal with it,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That is the hardest reality of trauma, is that sentence exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's nothing
Like,
you did. It was no fault of your
Nope.
own, but now you have to live with it.
You have to live with the mental for the rest of your life. You have to recover financially from whatever happened. I'm still not recovered financially, and it was just a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're not looking at spending, extra $2,000-$3,000 because you had to spend different nights at hotel rooms, money for gas and all that kind of.
You would think that in cases like this, there'd be hotels that would have like exceptions,
Not
I don't
during.
know.
I have heard that actually, but I was never given any resources, and
Again, fault of.
well,
fault of yours.
A
there
system.
was a paper that I was given in a folder after I had gotten the scene kit of like some sort of like reimbursement, but it was like so specific, and the majority of it did not pertain to me. Like, I didn't have hospital bills. There was no like, some brutal like physical thing like violence, like.
Or like
And
clothes you had to write off or anything.
yeah,
like that.
my case was like so weirdly not like visible that it was just I didn't
like
the things that I lost like that caused financial like burden was just like sleeping and eating, which I didn't really do any, but I did get a lot of gas because I was driving constantly. And then I had to drive 3 hours home, and I was doing that anyways, but that's after all of the extra driving I had to do. And
Right.
like I had like only a portion of the Airbnb price versus like all of the hotel costs, which is significantly higher. And I didn't have a job then, and I don't have a job now, but it was something I was saving for prior, but it ate up everything I had.
So it's just worth noting here for our the audience that may be listening. It does say here
the savings
that
account in case you get raped.
yeah. But yeah, it does say here that that sexual assault and domestic violence victims can receive free or subsidized hotel rooms, but usually only when it's arranged through authorized social services agencies such as shelters or police, rather than asking the hotel directly.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
I would figure you would have to have something to. You can't just go up there and say, "Hey, this happened. Give me a room."
Like a doctor's note.
Right.
And that's basically what the paper I had received, was about. Was like stuff you were saying.
Yeah. Now, Devi, would you ever consider like going to another dream hack? Like, not obviously with these friends, but like, say, throwing this out here, say Neodeath and Cyclops and I decided to go. Would you consider?
Or did it taint it?
It did, but only it's not the location or like dream hack itself. It's just that I dropped all of the people I supported on Kick. I don't support anyone but one person now because everyone that I was like going into chat regularly, like almost every time they streamed were my friends, and I don't anymore.
Right.
So I wouldn't be going to see anyone. You know what I mean? Like, what friend am I going to meet up with?
I get it. So, have you ever thought about like rebranding yourself and like under a completely different avatar and name and everything, and starting over essentially?
Oh, that's so hard though.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that you
I
have to
already did.
rebrand because of what
Yeah.
happened like that.
I rebranded when I went from Twitch to Kick, and I did amazing, but I don't have it in me now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's again, it's not
No.
like Neodeath, you were saying, it's not something that she should have to do.
Well, no,
Right.
no. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you know, like maybe as a mental cleanse, just to,
Right.
you know, start over if that's something that she wanted to do.
No, I honestly don't.
Okay.
That's fair.
There was a lot of hope lost with like just like people, not like streaming. Like it has nothing to do with like the act of streaming. It's just
Right.
like, you know, people. Like you can't. I'm a 40-year-old woman that went to a convention. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
People suck.
I should be able to go to a convention by myself. I don't need no man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, and that's
but now the reality is I do. I cannot go alone next time if I go. Like, what if that dude is there? You know, like I can't
Yeah.
go
Right.
alone. But who am I
Yeah.
gonna go with? If I didn't know you guys, you know.
I was gonna say.
I don't know if you're going, but I'm saying like, you know.
I know
like,
we've talked about it.
Yeah, like if
Right.
I didn't know you guys or whatever, like reunite with Neo, then you know that
Yeah.
wouldn't be a thing. So like, who would I go with? You know,
Right.
like
Right.
yeah.
myself. Sure, that would not happen.
Yeah, no, and that's a shitty thing. Like
Mhm.
you going to cons is supposed to be fun.
Right.
And it was on Halloween
Mhm.
too. It's like one of the best holidays of the year, right?
Yep, I didn't
All
even
us
get
geeks
to go
and
out there.
nerds, holiday Halloween's sometimes better than Christmas, right?
Mhm.
So
Sometimes. What do you mean?
yeah, you
It is my Christmas. That's when I buy things for myself. What do you mean?
Nightmare
I
Before
know.
Christmas.
Mhm.
Yes.
right.
I am the nightmare before Christmas. What do you mean?
Yes. So, like, and that just, but I don't want you to think that you can't go to another con if you don't make a plan and find support first. Like, say, Neodeath and KoimiaX, like, hey, come hang with us. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, like I said, I'm not like apprehensive about going to a convention. It's just like that specific one and going like by myself. Now I know better
Mhm.
because like it happened from someone attending it, not that it happened there, but you know,
Right.
so like the likeliness of that person going like, which is funny because DreamHack usually goes from Atlanta to Dallas,
Mhm.
and then the year changes and it starts over. But this year, the whatever venue they go through in Dallas is renovating, so they're doing more Atlanta this year. It's all in Atlanta this year. So, I think there's there's one in May, and then the other one is like whenever later in the year in the fall sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was more than one.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have it in Atlanta in the fall, and then in the spring sometime or like early summer they do one in Dallas.
Oh.
Actually, DreamHack started as an esports convention somewhere else, like Sweden or like
Yep.
over there somewhere. I actually know someone that works there in Sweden. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know they do a cross the seas one as well. So.
Yeah, and in terms of Kick, they're like partners with DreamHack directly now.
Yeah.
They're going. I don't know if they normally were in Australia, but they go there now. Like they have conventions there now too, because a bunch of people like were streaming that sometime last year too. I noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what all countries they go to besides you know America and I believe Sweden probably.
I was gonna say I know I've seen like an
Australia.
X handle for DreamHack Europe. So,
Yeah. That's probably that one.
Yeah.
But
so
Yeah.
I can always tell when it's coming up because all the streamers that I follow on Twitch all change their handles to include DreamHack in it. So
yeah.
which is always fun to see, though, especially on X, and then it's like, wow, a lot of that changed.
Right.
Yeah.
So, all right, did you guys have any other questions or
anything else?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
I mean,
You're more than welcome to ask me whatever. I'm not like a triggery person.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you both coming on.
Yes,
Alright.
thank you very much for coming on here and telling your story and being brave enough to put it out there.
Absolutely.
Thank
very
you.
much?
So
Thank you.
Yeah. And and to anybody else that's that may be watching here, it's important to let people know you are not alone. This does happen way more often than it ever should.
yeah, you can
And
see the Rain hotline, and the QR code goes to the Rain website.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, you can always dial 1-800-656-HOPE or go to online .rain, that's rain with 2 N's.org.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
Do it now.
Yeah. Yeah, don't wait until you're curled up in a ball in the fetal position, but do it now.
And even if you are, that's still the time to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Still uncurl your arm, pick up your phone,
and dial.
and
or take a picture.
this behavior just has to stop. I know I'm pissing in the wind by saying that, but
It's crazy. I mean,
it is.
What was that last year with TwitchCon and was it Emaru or whatever?
Emaru, yep. Yeah.
Someone that big in terms of fan base, and they can't be asked to have enough security. Like, they don't make $1 quadrillion.
Right.
They can afford it.
Right.
And they should be knowledgeable enough to know what she would need. And that was the whole not controversy, but argument was that they just were being cheap and
right.
She didn't
and they
even
wouldn't
want
let
to do
her have the person she wanted.
Her bodyguard, yeah.
Right.
Because
of some other stupid thing where he actually did his job.
Yeah, and she didn't even. It's the only reason why she had the meet and greet was because it was part of a contract. It wasn't something she
it's because she was
set out
forced
to do herself. Yeah. It's so stupid.
What really got me was after that they said, "Oh yeah, we got him, and the whole situation has been taken care of." And there's video of him walking out of the building on his own accord with no security around him.
Right.
So that's just a flat out lie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then what was it, a week later they were like, "Oh, sorry, we didn't handle that right." It's it took you this long to say, "Ooh, sorry."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe they were dealing with the Atlanta police.
Yeah. I will never stand up for Twitch, but I'm always the objective thinker, and they probably spoke to her already by the time they put out the public statement about it.
One would hope.
Yeah, I know the CEO said that they did, but after he lied about the apprehending the guy, I was like, do I believe you or not?
Right.
Yeah.
Then I think she did come out and say, yeah, they talked to me, but it's talk to me and make it right. There's two different things.
Yeah, that is true. That's very true.
So, all right. Well, yeah, I really want to thank you both again for coming on here. Boar Queen, thank you for coming on and sharing everything that you could about what's happening in this situation. And yeah, like Koimiya said, we can't echo this enough. Keep your hands to your fucking selves. If they don't say it's okay, keep them to yourself.
No means no.
Or just ask. Don't shove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you're attracted to somebody and they want to do it, then fine. If they say no, move on.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll find somebody else. Trust me, it's Atlanta. There's people on the streets.
Usually I don't think it's about that though, isn't it? Usually about they
it's
want
a power trip, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, he did. He was one of those.
You'll do what I say.
No, not necessarily like that. It was just like that. I don't know if you gonna know. It's like an empathic kind of feeling, but it's just the way certain some people talk, right? It's not that they're bossy like that, but they just have that. You could feel that background, frustration pent up, anger, everybody owes them. You know, and they could be the kindest person in the world by word, but you just, it's just in there. You feel it. You can see it. You can, whatever. And he had that, and I should have known. I should have known to just get in my car and go do something else.
Don't blame yourself.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't blame myself. I'm just saying, like, I saw the red flag. I should have listened, though.
Yeah, but yeah, it was nothing.
But then if it turned out you were wrong, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things you could say that, you know,
I
looking
know.
back on
you
it.
could do this different. You could do that different. No,
Yeah,
I wasn't saying it like that. I was just saying, like, you know, some people could see.
It's more of like, are you saying more of a like trust your gut and instinct?
Yes.
And follow that.
Instinct. Yeah. Thank you. Words, not my forte right now.
It's okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
Like I say to my wife a lot of times, she's like, "What'd you just say?" And I'm like, "Words are hard." And they really are sometimes. So
they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's the era of the computer. We don't have brain to mouth. We have brain to fingertips now.
And that's being taken away from us with the AI stuff, you know?
Oh, that's a whole nother soapbox to get up on. We don't have time to do that right now.
Boy.
No. we can save that one for a different show.
That'd be another whole nother topic. Yeah, I can talk for another hour and a half on that one.
Dr. Google.
Yep.
Which I want to say, both of you, thank you again for coming on, and you're more than welcome to come on at any time you want to.
Yeah, very much so. Just let us know. Apparently, like Angel does, he just tells us he's coming.
He just tells us he's coming on. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Debbie, were you here at that time when we talked about that?
I don't think she was yet.
Yeah,
I don't know
Angel Munoz. What was Comia? It was your story. You tell it.
I was watching another stream today because they were having him on because it was his birthday, and I mentioned something about how we love having him on our show. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I love being on there. He's like, I think I'm doing another one with them in like May or June. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I think, okay, I guess we're having Angel back on. But
love that.
Yeah, which is awesome. Angel's always welcome, just like the two of you are always welcome. But it's like, he just pretty much told us he was coming on. So, all right. Well, yeah, again, thank you both very much for coming on. Thank you again, Debbie, for sharing the story. I know that probably was not easy. I know you're not a triggered person, but again, there's no way that can be easy. And
by triggered, I mean I'm not going to have a meltdown. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go cry myself to sleep right now.
Right.
Right.
Well,
and oh, go ahead.
No.
Oh, I thought you were saying
just, if you do, that's okay.
Yeah.
Whichever way helps you let it out, you know, that's don't keep it
I
bottled
still
up
have to
inside.
remind myself
don't
it's
pent it up
only
and
been 4 months. Yeah.
Have a
4 or
bunch of
5
anger
months.
like
Absolutely.
I do. I'm always angry.
Oh, I know. I'm aware.
I think we all know.
Just watch my YouTubes.
I was going to say, watch him play Magic the Gathering, and that's, that's all you need.
All he's got to do is lose one round, and boom, here comes the expletives.
A triggered person.
Hulk smash!
All right. Well, yep. If there is nothing else, I want to thank you both for coming on again. I know I've said that like 6 times now, but
the long goodbye.
You might want to cut 4 or 5 of those out. Yeah.
The Midwest goodbye. Well, suppose.
Yep.
And then you sit and wait for another hour and a half.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me tell you about my snowblower. But you know, so
not wrong. Not wrong.
Yeah, not at all. Especially you in Wisconsin with all that snow you've been getting.
Well, now it's all raining. We're supposed to be 70 on Monday.
Yay!
Crazy.
But
all right. Well, thank you both. Yeah.
Yes.
Rain. And rain with 2 ends, like we have right there.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to reach out.
All right. Well, thank you both for coming and hanging out. And we will get this uploaded, and we'll have both of you on at some point again.
Something with a little funner topic.
Lighter, a little
AI.
lighter subject.
AI.
Yeah.
That's not light.
Yeah. No.
I have a feeling it's not. I have a feeling it's not.
I don't know if you
We can
guys
play
have
magic
noticed.
and see how triggered we can make Neo.
Oh, there we go. That would be fun. I would enjoy
fun.
that one.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have AI.
Ah.
Oh, I love
Ha 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 ha.
Jar.
Love that for you. Mm.
All right. All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bye.
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 Good night, everybody.